Escape Plan to Hades is the sequel to 2013's Escape Plan. Why? This is the only real thing we're gonna talk about today with this review. Why? Why does this freaking film exist? Why in 2018 we get a sequel to a 2013 film that barely anyone saw, literally no one talks about nowadays, and that everyone forgot about watching? I thought I hadn't seen this film, and when I was reading up the plot, I was also very confused, like, did I really watch this film? But then I remembered, yes I did. I did watch Escape Plan on TV in like 2015 or something, but I did watch it, and there was just one thing that I remembered of this film. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone together. That's the only memorable thing. And the first one is barely okay. It's borderline watchable, honestly. It's forgettable, it's cliched, it tries to go back to homage 80s action movies, but it just fails because it's so cheap, but at least it had decent chemistry between Sylvester Stallone and Schwarzenegger, and a couple of the action scenes were fun, the old escape plan that they have, that was okay. But then, 5 years later, we get not just one, but two sequels that do not have Arnold Schwarzenegger, but they have Sylvester Stallone, 50 Cent is back, there is also Dave Bautista, and then there is a cast of unknown actors of D-list level, because these films are not being released, or at least not everywhere, are being released in theaters. They are going straight to video. And I'm saying they because they are filming a third film, almost back to back with the second one. There is a third film that will come out next year, because now this is a trilogy, I guess. The first film already stood on its own, and now they do this film, and Escape Plan 2 Hades is bafflingly bad. It is not a fun bad movie, it is not so bad it's fun, it is not even a decent fun action film. It is just a bad film, straight up. It has some pretty darn bad cinematography, with constant close-ups, shaky cams, you do not understand what the hell is going on during both the gunfights and the fist fights. The humor falls flat, the one-liners are terrible one-liners. They're not as fun as they were in the 80s, they're just terribly written, very lazily. The story is non-existent, like what's even the story? There's a new group of kids, they're tutored by Stallone, a couple of Chinese get thrown into this prison that's terrible, and they have to fight constantly, and then there are twists and turns that you understand from the very first scene. There is this terrible opening which foreshadows the entire rest of the film, and you understand exactly what is gonna happen. It's so bad, the acting, so, like, that's the word, bad and lazy. This feels like a lazy ass film. This is the cheapest, most expensive film I've seen, if it makes sense. Like, they've had some money, but it's just so cheaply made. I mean, wow, the art direction, the set designs, terrible. They look awful. These pseudo sci-fi environments with this prison, with all the neon colors that are just ugly in this film. And as I said, the action terrible. Stallone and especially Bautista have barely anything to do in this film. Dave Bautista feels more like a glorified cameo in this film more than anything else. It panders a lot to Chinese audiences, with most of the film starring to Chinese actors that are like the 10th name, even 11th names on the credits list, which is so stupid. Like, there's so many things wrong with this film, but honestly it's just so forgettable. There is nothing passable in this film. Maybe the score. The score which goes back to the old John Carpenter days in a couple of moments, and in other moments it becomes dubstep. Like, sure, whatever, who cares nowadays? It's just music, right? It's 80s, everyone loves 80s music. I'm just gonna leave you with this. After the opening scene, I was so ready to shut this film off. I was like, No, I don't have to review this, I don't have to talk about this, I don't even have to watch this. I can just skip it altogether, but I went on, I watched it, and right now, second worst movie of the year, just god-awful. With the first one being, of course, the latest Hellraiser film, but god damn. We're getting a third one, and I'm gonna watch it because I hate myself next year, but shit guys, like, just tell me this. I usually leave you, tell me whatever you want. No, just tell me this. Did you watch the first Escape Plan film? And did you want a sequel? If so, I hope you're happy with the end result. But still guys, thanks, as always watching, to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.